So maybe that's something to think about. Decency and order is what came to mind just now while I was talking. But if things are not in decency and order, then it's hard for me to move forward. So if I'm out of order, it's hard for me to move forward. If I'm doing something that just kind of goes against the fabric of who I am, and I know I feel conviction about it, I'm not trying to do it. And I can't move forward, and I'm distracted and stuck and stagnant until I get up out of there. Welcome back to Visiting Val. Thank you so much for joining today. And yeah, let's get into it. I was enjoying this beautiful, beautiful day and thinking about some of the progress I'm making and thinking about just the space I'm in right now, holistically, health-wise, and just ready to continue to move forward and make strides. And I thought about some of the things that held me back at one point, that had me going nowhere fast. And I thought about it and I was like, maybe some people out there can relate to these things that I had to become aware of and really be able to get a handle on and find ways to be able to overcome these hurdles and these challenges and move forward. So let's get into it. I've got 5 things. Number 1, lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge can come in many forms. I'm thinking, or when I made this list, I was thinking about fitness and nutrition goals or just overall health and well-being goals. But when I think about it all together, lack of knowledge in any area of our life, of a place that we're trying to achieve or a goal that we're trying to achieve, can be a reason why we are stagnant. And I am going to use health and wellness as a example, because for me, it was the lack of knowledge of nutrition, not knowing what to eat, that really held me back for a while. And also not being aware, not knowing what mindfulness was when it came to checking in with my body and seeing how I felt after I ate, being aware of how food affected my body, all these types of things. So I really wanted to just point that out. If you have no idea, or if we have no idea what we're doing, or where to start, and it's not because we are not taking action, but because we really have no idea where to start, that can cause hindrance. That can keep us from moving forward. And so once I learned more about how food worked for my body and what the true purpose of food really was, that is when I began to be able to make those changes and be able to move forward. I also at one point had an excellent trainer, and that trainer is the one who began to put me on a meal plan, a meal guide, and be able to know how to move forward with eating. And when I changed the way I ate, everything changed. And that's where I'm at right now as well. So I have the knowledge, I know the things I need to eat, and being able to move forward will be better because I know those types of things to eat. But remember, this can be for anything. It doesn't have to just be for health and well-being. Number 2, lack of preparation. Oh, the preparation piece. Preparation is when we do have to take action, because if we do not set up the stage to be able to come on and perform on it, then chances are when we get there, we're not going to be aware. We're not going to have things in place. And I say that because, okay, let's just take the nutrition piece again. So I didn't know what to eat at first. And then after I know what to eat, if I don't have any of those things in my actual home, then I'm probably going to just get something that's quick and convenient because I haven't prepared myself to be able to move forward with what I have in front of me. So those are things to think about as well. You definitely want to prepare yourself. Preparation is key for success in everything. Even when you go to take a test, you have to study for it. Preparation is going to be key, and lack of preparation could be one thing that holds us back. I know it was holding me back. Number 3, a cluttered environment. For me, if there is a bunch of clutter and mess kind of around me, it becomes distracting. I know I became kind of like I became particular, is what someone used to describe me one time. And they said, "You are so particular. I just love it." And I was like, "Well, thank you." I just didn't even know how to respond, actually, because I was like, is that a good thing, a bad thing? But they meant it in a good way. They were like, "No, I just love it." And I was like, someone sees me, okay? But it was just funny because I really was like, I guess I am particular. I guess I am particular about several things. And I guess it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but a cluttered environment. And this can be because our environment sometimes can be virtual. So whether it be virtual or in person, I need order and structure. And to be honest, I mean, I've always liked having a clean quarters, if you will, a clean space, and I guess kind of like a neater space. But sometimes things happen in life, and you might toss something here, toss something there, and it doesn't really faze you. Now it phases me. Like when I have just like a cluster of stuff just kind of happening, it keeps me from being really focused. It kind of makes me focus on the clutter instead of what it is that I want to be doing. So I can't really move forward until I get things in order. So maybe that's something to think about. Decency and order is what came to mind just now while I was talking. But if things are not in decency and order, then it's hard for me to move forward. So if I'm out of order, it's hard for me to move forward. If I'm doing something that just kind of goes against the fabric of who I am, and I know I feel conviction about it, I'm not trying to do it. And I can't move forward, and I'm distracted and stuck and stagnant until I get up out of there and get back on track and focus and get the clutter out of my life. So funny, kind of went somewhere there that I wasn't expected to, but let the Lord guide us. Number 4, nutrient deficiency. So this one is one that we really want to pay attention to, because a lot of times something could be going on and we don't even realize that it's at a deeper level than what we are aware of. And I say that because nutrient deficiency is a big thing. There have been times that I have been unable to move forward the way I would like to, simply because I am tired and fatigued, and even after sleeping, I still feel like I haven't gotten rest. And it's because of a nutrient deficiency that I have had myself. So staying on top of your baseline, staying on top of your physical for the year, staying on top of your lab, knowing if you have a nutrient deficiency. So if you're low in vitamin B, if you're low in vitamin D, if you're low in iron, you have to think about these things, because this could be something that's keeping you fatigued, keeping you feeling like you haven't rested, and keeping you from being able to operate at your very best. so that you're able to move forward. For myself, I felt comfortable at one point just starting to take a supplement, an over-the-counter vitamin, to kind of boost my energy. And I will say I have graduated to some things that are not over the counter, to like really researching my supplements and seeing what's in it, seeing what's being seeing what's being used to develop those supplements, because sometimes some of the things we get over the counter are just like some sugar in a capsule, and you're chewing it or swallowing it, and it's just like it's not really doing anything. And that is because sometimes it is cut with so much processed stuff that by the time it gets to you, it's not really doing its job. So I would say research your vitamins as well, because you want to be sure that they're actually doing the job. Number 5, we need rest. I could possibly be burnt out, and that's the reason why we're unable to move forward in action and taking action when it comes to achieving our goals. And I have been there. I have been burnt out, and it is not a joke. Trying to do what I thought was rest, but it really wasn't rest. And like I said, when you have a nutrient deficiency as well, you can get sleep. And then with going for that sleep, you still are not getting true rest. And to be honest, I forgot what rest even felt like. I'm such an on-the-go person. My life has turned into something that is on the go, that after coming into a season of rest, I didn't even know how to sit still. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? I know I'm supposed to be doing something. So I would be trying to do this, do that. And it was like, God was like, just sit still. I don't need you to do that. I don't need you to do that. I just need you to rest. And that is what I began to do. And now I remember what rest truly feels like. And I'm truly thankful for it, because I'm telling you, I forgot what rest even was. And that's something that we need to think about. We don't have to burn ourselves out to reach our goals. And dare I say, we have not been called to burn ourselves out. If we are getting stressed and worried and having anxiety about reaching a goal, then it might be time to take a step back and see why you are pressing so much onto it that is causing burnout. We were not called to be burned out. I really just don't believe that. So just to recap, 5 reasons why we could be going nowhere fast or just hitting a few hurdles is lack of knowledge, lack of preparation, a cluttered environment, a nutrient deficiency, or we need rest. So keep that in mind as you're moving forward. Do any of these resonate with you? Can you relate to any of them? Let me know. Of course, drop it down in the comments, because I want to see. And then also, is there anything else that you find that holds you back, that you had to address before you could really, spring forward into action and really start seeing results? So let me know, hit me up in the comments and share this with anybody who you think would need to hear it. So yeah, thank y'all so much for joining today. I appreciate you coming to give me a visit for Visiting Val. And I will see y'all next time. Mwah. Have a great day.